welcome back. This is Breakfast Central, and today our fashion segment is all about how to buy clothes online like a pro. Now, of course, endlessly browsing clothes to purchase online is one of life's simple pleasures with attractive benefits. No need to wait in line, leave the house, or even change out of your lounge clothes. However, it can also have its drawbacks. Now, most of us have had that infamous experience where you're excited to receive a garment you've ordered online only to find upon arrival that it's not quite what you thought it would be. Now, the annoying truth is that online shopping can be hit or miss because you can never really know what you're gonna get, but it doesn't have to be that way. So we'll be discussing some ways that will help you save time and aggravation when shopping online and transform you into a pro with more hits than misses. I'm excited to be joined by Deola Adebiyi, who's a fashion and lifestyle influencer and a founder of DeolaAdebiyi.com, a fashion and lifestyle blog that caters to lifestyle brands. Morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's absolutely a pleasure to have you. Your hair.
Thank you.
I love it. Such a statement.
So Thank you.
Okay, focus, Vimbai. So tell me, how did you get into fashion and lifestyle blogging?
I've been blogging for the past 8 years.
Wow.
I started my blog because I wanted to apply for graduate school in journalism, and they always wanted like a platform, like you need a body of work to apply to these schools. So I started my blog because I've always had a passion for writing and the internet and basically just being online. So I started my blog and I got accepted into graduate school. I thought I would quit, but I ended up continuing, and now here I am 8 years later.
8 years later, that's
Yes.
absolutely incredible. Now you've rebranded from Omogewura
Yes.
to Deola
Deola
Adebiyi. So tell me about that evolution from the time you started and then you now found that you had to rebrand.
So my blog was called Omogemura because it was Omoge is like a very popular term for like a young attractive woman. Amura means dress up in Yoruba. So I wanted a blog or a website that would cater to women who wanted to dress up and look good and feel good, which is why I named it that way. But over the years and eventually I realized that most of the things I really like talking about was me and my fashion and my beauty and the places that I went to. So it became less about everybody else and more about me and expressing myself, which is why the evolution and the change had to happen. So I had to go from, being about everybody else to showing and expressing me and my true self.
I love that, and just from looking at you, girl, I'm like, your engagement must be way up there. But let's come to the topic of the day, which is, shopping online.
Yes.
What are the number one do's and don'ts?
Well, number one, know your budget. You obviously have to know your budget. Number two,
Girl, who knows their budget? I mean, add to cart.
Add to cart. But always know your budget. Know what you're looking for. Because if you just go shopping online, you could just like be very distracted. A lot of us get distracted when you're shopping online. There's a lot of shiny things.
Right.
Just, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's nice. So obviously know your budget. Know what you want to buy. Read reviews. I feel like a lot of people do not pay attention to the reviews because people do leave reviews online. So you can be there, you can be like, oh, this didn't fit this way, or I'm a size 8 and I ordered size 8, but it runs big. So you have to read between the lines and read the context of the reviews so that you know if you're buying something, if it's gonna be your size, if it's gonna be good. Read the description. A lot of people just say, oh, nice top, add to cart. They don't read the description. They don't read if it's made out of satin or, people are allergic to different things. So basically know what you're looking for, know your budget, read reviews, educate yourself about what you want to buy and about what you're looking for. And I think the last thing is to edit your cart. So as you're adding things, just don't add things because like, oh, they're pretty or they're nice. Make sure you go back to your cart before checkout and you're like, okay, do I really need 5 of this? Do I really need do I really need this? Do I really need that? So yeah, those are just like some simple tips. Sorry.
Now, for me, 2 red flags that I see often, but I'm not sure if they're red flags. I see no refunds and DM for price.
Oh,
So those drive me crazy. For me, normally when I see those, I leave immediately.
It's always confusing. I mean, I understand why people on Instagram do DM for prices because apparently Instagram vendors are like kind of competing. So if one person is selling something 2,000, somebody else might want to sell it 3,000. So like maybe the customers, I don't understand it. Somebody tried to explain it, I didn't get it. But once I see DM for price, I'm like, there's no point here.
Right?
There's no point
because you're
here.
gonna look at my profile before you charge me or whatever.
Exactly,
it is.
it's confusing.
All right, we were getting a little bit deeper into no refunds and DM for price, and you were saying DM for price is a red flag.
It's a big red
flag. Just walk away from it.
It's
gonna end in tears.
And also, even no refunds, the no refunds thing, I can understand some vendors. So there's some kind of things that you can't refund. For example, lingerie, underwear, used makeup. If you use makeup and stuff like that, I can understand why some people wouldn't want refunds. But really, depending on what you're trying to buy, a refund shouldn't be like, you should be able to give a refund if it's necessary.
Okay, and then, last but not least, so I mean, you've checked what fabrics you're working with, or, it may not be clothes, what material, whatever you're ordering is made out of, you've checked the size charts and, all of the above. You get it and it's still not what you expected. At that point...
That just reminds me of that popular Twitter things, like what I ordered, what I got.
Exactly. It's almost like what I ordered from my tailor and what
this guy gave me.
Right.
I mean, that situation, I don't know what you do. You cry.
Yeah, right?
You cry. Especially if it's a big event you're going to, so you cry a little bit. But then at the same time, you reach out and see if the seller, the retailer, the vendor is going to be nice enough to explain. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe they got your order mixed up or something like that. But at least reach out and try and figure out the problem. And then if they behave rudely or badly towards you, then
let it go. So I suppose also understanding the exchange and refund policy.
Yeah.
If it's no refund, is there an exchange policy?
Exactly.
Perhaps?
There should be something. They should either give you your money back or they should be able to refund you, maybe give you store credit or give you something that's worth how much or worth what you really bought.
Okay, and finally, this is where we wrap up, but everybody's now getting into from Black November to the December Christmas rush. What kind of timelines, do you think, this is Nigeria, do you want to give room for disappointment?
You have to give room for disappointment.
So you're ordering with the expectation of receiving in how long? Should you give yourself about 2 weeks? Is that fair to say? If they say 4 to 5 days?
I mean, it depends on, some vendors deliver the same day.
Okay.
If you're very lucky, they'll have their delivery guy send it to you exactly. But I think a week, 2 weeks is good enough for you to wait. After 2 weeks, then you can start to raise some hell. But like, there's some people like, where are my clothes or my stuff? But at least I think at least a week and a half. After that, go all out.
All right. Absolutely awesome. I really enjoyed this. I certainly will be visiting your blog.
Thank you.
And I do love your sense of style. So thank you for these tips, which are going to be much needed as we get into the festive period.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Awesome stuff. And there you have it. That's all you need to know if you're going to be shopping online during Black November and, of course, during the festive period.